What's going on, guys? Hey, in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how you can buy a home without having to find the deal, negotiate the deal, close the deal, having to fund the whole deal, or even having to go to the bank and get all the credit for yourself. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's dive into today's video. Hey guys, if you're new here, my name is Logan Manzanares. I'm a business owner, I'm a fitness professional. Me and my wife currently own over $5 million in real estate that cash flows well over 6 figures every single year. I make these videos so you can learn how to have the financial freedom to do what you want with who you want as much as you want to do it. So without further ado, let's dive into today's video. All right guys, you're probably thinking, how do I buy a home without having to fund the whole deal myself, without having to find the deal, negotiate the deal, or even having to use any of my credit? And so here, I'm gonna share with you a couple strategies on how you can do that. Let's go ahead and let's dive in. All right, so the biggest reason why people don't go out and buy homes is because they think that they have to have all the money, or they gotta have all the credit, or they have to learn how to find the deals, negotiate the deals, eventually close the deal. And so I'm gonna share with you exactly why that is not the case. All right, so let's talk about the very first problem people have is like, well, I don't have enough money to fund the whole deal. Well, if you're a primary homeowner and you're looking to get into your first property, which I highly recommend, there's so many different loan opportunities out there for you to get into your very first deal. And so that could be doing an FHA loan as little as 3.5%. It could be doing a RD loan with 0%, a VA loan 0%, or even just conventional mortgages for primary home buyers will get you in for like 5 to 10%. Right? And so that's a small amount of money that you can put down as a primary homeowner versus if you're trying to go be an investor, they're going to make you put down at least 20%, sometimes 25%, even up to 30%, depending on the property, right? Another way you can get into a property is by partnering with a spouse, with a family member, right? You can also get some of the money lent to you. So you can go get two loans. You can get the loan from a bank and you can get a loan from a family member to cover that down payment. And so there's so many different ways to do it. Again, you have to look at it from a creative standpoint. Now, as an investment property, what you could do is like, let's say that you're going to find an investment property, but the down payment on it is $150,000, which is very common in our market. Like, I don't have $150,000 just lying around, but I know this is a good deal. And so you could bring some of the money to the table and you could partner up and find the other amount of money for the deal. Let's say you have $30,000 to invest. Now you have to go find $120,000. You partner with 3 other people. So let's say you actually bring $30,000 to the table. And now what you do is you go find 4 other people who also have $30,000. And now you bring up $150,000 for the down payment. And then you basically have a partnership and you don't have to bring, and now all of a sudden you're looking at this like, now you have a small piece of a watermelon rather than a whole grape yourself, right? And so ultimately that's really the decision you have to make, or you get a whole lot of nothing. And so that is the mentality to look through. All right, so say you don't have enough money for the down payment. So what you could do is you could actually go partner with somebody to fund the majority or maybe even all of that down payment. So let's say you have $30,000 to invest. You go find 4 other people who have $30,000 to invest, and your down payment you need is $150,000. Now all of a sudden you come up with all the money, and now all of a sudden you guys are equal partners inside this deal. And now instead of you just having like a whole grape or a whole lot of nothing in this case, because you wouldn't be able to do it if you didn't have other people's money, now you'd have a small piece of the watermelon, and you can continue to grow that watermelon over time. Another big problem people have is like they don't have the credit. Like, I don't qualify for loans. How am I gonna go get houses? I don't have credit, right? So here's what you do. Number one is you just go to a lender and tell them, here's my situation. Tell them exactly where you're at. They'll ask you a bunch of questions and they'll say, here's what you need to do. They'll tell you what you need to do for your credit score. They'll tell you what you need to do for your debt to income. They'll tell you what you need to do just for your income in general. And they'll give you a path in order for you to be able to qualify for loans if you choose to do it on your own. You can also get partners to use their credit. So you can use a friend, a family member to actually borrow their credit. They can be co-signers on your loan in order for you to qualify as well. You can also just partner on deals that don't require your credit whatsoever. And so a lot of our partners who come into our deals, like, they're not on any sort of application for any loans or anything like that. Like, they come in as money partners, but they don't have anything to do with having to show any of their employment history or any of their debt to income or pull their credit whatsoever. Like, they just become partners that they don't need to get credit checks on our properties. And the last thing people are concerned about is like, well, where do I find deals from? How do I negotiate deals? And how do I even close a deal, right? And so like, how you do that is like, number one, you got to know your market. You got to know exactly what a 3-bed, 2-bath home in your market goes for. That's all fixed up. That's 1,500 square feet, right? You must know what rehab costs. You must know where to find the deal. So I look for deals on Craigslist, look for deals on Zillow. I have real estate agents in town who send me deals. I have wholesalers who send me deals as well, right? And so what you can do is you can literally just also partner with people who already have deals locked up, right? So that could be a wholesaler. So a wholesaler, someone's out there who's looking out there and they're finding deals. And let's say you tell them exactly what you're looking for. You say you're looking for a 3-bed, 2-bath home on this side of town. They lock it up. And what they do is they actually put their assignment fee just on top of that, and then they sell it to you. You can also find someone like me who's already got a property, already got locked up, and you just become an equity partner in that deal. So it doesn't cost you anything aside from whatever your commitment is to that partnership. And so there's basically three ways on how partnerships work. Okay, you can either have a JV, also known as joint venture partnership. You could also have debt partners. You could have equity partners. So what a joint venture partnership would be something like a real estate agent or a wholesaler, where you have this relationship where you say, hey, I want this, and they go out there and they find the deal for you. So a real estate agent, they go out and they find your deal. A wholesaler goes out and finds the deal, and then they just tack on their commission on top of it, right? That's exactly what both those situations do. So that'd be a JV deal. Highly recommended, because those ones are essentially free for you, because all their commissions get paid at closing. And especially as a buyer, they get paid usually by the seller. You can also find debts. You'll also be a debt partner. So let's say you have money just sitting around. Okay, let's say you have $50,000 just sitting around and you want to put it to work, but you don't want to find the deal, you want to negotiate the deal, but you can come to someone like me. It's like, hey, Logan, I have $50,000. I like to earn about 10% on my money. And so you could give that money to me, and I'd give you a preferred return of 10%. And I basically take that money, I'd go, obviously my goal is to try to make more money on that, but you get your 10%, and that can be structured over the course of whether it be short-term money, whether it be 3% or 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. It could be up to 1 year. It could be 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Again, that's just up to you as a debt partner and me as an investor as well. Or the third way you could structure a partnership is through equity, right? So you say, hey, Logan, now I sold that $50,000, but instead of earning that 10% and just becoming a debt partner and you pay me back and then I'm done, what about I participate in the upside of these properties? And so I'd be like, okay. And so instead of you getting your 10% preferred return, let's say you get more like a 5% return based on the property and how it's doing, but you also get to participate in the upside and the equity as well. So let's say we bought that property for $1 million, and then 5 years went to went to $1.5 million. Now you get to participate on that $500,000 equity. You get to participate in that growth. And so you can earn anywhere from 10% all the way up to 20, 30%. And a lot of what we do with our investors is we eventually do a cash out refinance where we give all their money back, but they also stay inside the deal. So now they're having an infinite return on their money, and they get the $50,000 back. You get your $50,000 back. You can choose to invest it again, or you can take it and run, but you get to still participate in that 5% return on your money. So anyway, those are the three different ways you can structure a partnership deal. You can do a JV deal, you can do a debt deal, or you do an equity partnership deal. And so if you're interested in that and you want to learn how to become partners in one of those three things, reach out to me and we'll see if we can get something on the books. So without further ado, my name is Logan Manzanares, and I am out. Bye.